tell you about the sport of gymnastics today. Gymnastics is comprised of 4 apparatus: the vault, uneven bars, balance beam, and the floor exercise. Our gymnasts will be competing a variety of skills on every event, comprised of acrobatic skills and dance skills. And they put those routines together so the officials can help build a score of a 10.0 and then take deductions based on how the athletes perform those skills. Our competition season can sometimes have dual meets where it's our team versus one other team, or you can have a tri-meet with 3 teams or a quad meet with 4 teams. Our home schedule will be all dual meets, and it's a great opportunity to see the athletes compete. We start with vault and bars, and we alternate competitors. So one team will be on vault, and the other team will be on uneven bars, and the athletes will go back and forth. And then we'll switch to balance beam and floor exercise. And again, they'll alternate competitors so that you really get a chance to see every competitor compete at that competition. And at the end of the score, a team score has been developed. We basically count 5 athletes on each event. Those top scores are put together, and they're trying to get as close to a 200 as possible. In terms of our season, most schools will have anywhere between 11 to 13 meets in the regular season, and then the postseason will come up with NCAA regionals and nationals. This year we'll be having 5 home meets, and then the rest of our schedule will be away, concluding the regular season with the MAC championship. There's 2 judges on each event during the regular season, and then once you get into the conference and the postseason, we actually have 4 judges on each event, and that's a great opportunity because the high and the low score are dropped out, and then they average the 2 middle score. So certainly when you're getting to a larger competition where you have so many teams and it becomes a little bit more difficult to separate them, having 4 officials on the event really creates probably the fairest situation we can find. Well, the athletes themselves, they're always trying to achieve as close to a 10.0 on their own personal routine. So certainly if we see athletes scoring 9.8, 9.85, 9.9, there's a great deal of excitement building, and those routines are really considered to be excellent. And then we take the top 5 scores on each event, and then they're trying to build a team score, like I said, as close to 200 as they can get. And probably the top teams in the NCAA are looking at, we've seen some 198s, that's about the closest we've seen. And our school record here at EGSU is a 196.1, so we'll be hoping to challenge that school record this year. Every event there's some different highlights that we're looking for and that the officials are looking for. One thing that is prevalent on every event would be the stuck landing, and that's something that whether you're an avid gymnastics fan or coming to your first gymnastics meet, one thing you can cheer for is the athletes absolutely land and take no extra steps. They just stick that landing and present to the official that they've finished their routine. You'll see the crowd go wild, you'll see the teams go wild. It's because they know they really put that exclamation point right on the end of the routine, and that official cannot take a deduction at that point. Every event has some unique qualities to it. On the vault, that's an explosive event. It happens very quickly. The athletes are expected to really sprint down the vault runway and then show off their skills by showing a lot of height and explosive power, and then again trying to really stick that landing to show that they've got control amongst all that power. And then on the uneven bars, the athletes have a unique situation where they're on their hands the whole time. They're swinging upside down, they're transitioning from bar to bar. You'll see high flying release skills where they let go of the bar and catch it again. And then of course some really great big dismounts, again trying to find those stuck landings at the end. The balance beam is unique. It's 4 inches wide and 4 feet off the ground, and the athletes are expected to look like they're tumbling just like they would on the floor up on the balance beam. That event takes a lot of finesse and a lot of control. It's one place where adrenaline might be your enemy because you need to stay in control the whole time. And once again, trying to show that you can stick every skill in the beam and stick your landing for the final presentation. Lastly is the floor exercise. Floor is really unique because athletes get to compete to music, so they get to select music that fits their personality, and their dance needs to fit the floor music. And again, this is a real crowd pleaser and a chance for us to get our crowd into our routine. We add a part in their every routine where our team says BGSU, and they chant that right into the routine, and we hope that our crowd will get to know where that is in each routine as well to help our athletes perform at their very best.